Long before modern history was written, there existed a diamond so powerful, so mysterious, that kings fought, kingdoms fell, and empires were built upon its shine. That diamond was Kohinoor, the mountain of light, a jewel that carried not just wealth but destiny itself. The story of Kohinoor is not just about beauty, it's about greed, blood, and power. Every hand that held it paid a price. From the dusty mines of India to the royal crown of Britain, this diamond witnessed centuries of ambition and betrayal. It's said that whoever owns Kohinoor controls the world, but for kings who tried, it brought only sorrow. It was believed to be cursed, a diamond that blesses queens but destroys kings. Yet still, rulers couldn't resist its power. Kohinoor was born deep within the mines of Golconda, India. Workers toiled day and night, unaware that the stone they uncovered would become the world's most desired treasure and one of history's most controversial jewels. Its first known owner was the mighty Kakatiya dynasty. From there, it passed into the hands of the Delhi sultans, then the mughals, each ruler seeing it not as a jewel but as a symbol of absolute power. Emperor Babur mentioned Kohinoor in his memoirs, calling it beyond value. Shah Jahan later placed it in the peacock throne, making it the centerpiece of his empire's glory. The diamond sparkled, but it also watched silently as fate shifted. When Persia invaded India, Nader Shah saw the diamond and declared Kohinoor, meaning mountain of light. From that moment, the gem got its legendary name and another blood-stained chapter began. After Nader Shah's assassination, the diamond passed to Ahmad Shah Durrani of Afghanistan. Then to Maharaja Ranjit Singh of Punjab, each believing they were chosen by destiny to own it, unaware that fate never spares anyone. When the British Empire took over India, Kohinoor was seized and sent to London, a diamond torn from its land, its people, its history. It became the crown jewel of Queen Victoria, shining on foreign soil. Today, the Kohinoor rests in the Tower of London, guarded, admired, and debated. Some see it as pride, others as pain. But one thing is clear: it remains a silent witness to power, loss, and the price of human desire. When the British placed Kohinoor in Queen Victoria's crown, they called it a symbol of empire, but for millions in India, it was a symbol of loss. The sparkle of the diamond reminded them of the years of colonization and the treasures taken from their land. Newspapers across Britain celebrated the diamond's arrival, calling it the jewel of victory, but behind those headlines lay silent tears, the voices of those who once protected it, now watching their heritage displayed in a foreign museum. Over time, the British polished Kohinoor, reducing its weight but increasing its brilliance, like rewriting history itself. Its glow grew brighter, but its story grew darker. Every cut revealed both beauty and sorrow hidden inside the stone. Many say the diamond is cursed and that no man who wore it ever ruled peacefully. Perhaps it's not the curse of the stone, but of human greed, a reminder that some things shine brighter when they are free. Even today, the question remains, who does Kohinoor truly belong to? India, Pakistan, Iran, Afghanistan, or the United Kingdom? Each claims it as their own, each tied to its story of glory and pain. The Indian government has officially requested its return multiple times, calling it a stolen treasure. Yet, the British Crown still guards it tightly, saying it was obtained legally. A debate that continues to spark global arguments. Beyond ownership, the Kohinoor has become a mirror showing us humanity's hunger for beauty, control, and legacy. It asks a simple question: what do we lose when we chase what we can never truly own? Historians believe the diamond carries more than light, it carries lessons. It tells us that true wealth lies not in possession but in peace. Power fades, but legacy built on honesty never dies. Today, millions visit the Tower of London every year to see Kohinoor. Some look at it with pride, others with pain. But all agree on one thing: It remains one of history's greatest mysteries and most haunting treasures. The Kohinoor may never return home, but its story will always live. A story of brilliance and betrayal, of pride and pain, and of how one stone reflected the entire history of human desire. The British say the diamond was a gift, but can something taken under pressure ever be called a gift? Behind royal signatures were the silent cries of a defeated kingdom. Kohinoor's journey wasn't a trade. It was a tale of power written in silence. Some historians say the boy who handed over Kohinoor to the British was barely 10 years old, a child forced to surrender his kingdom's pride. That moment didn't just change history, it broke the soul of a nation. Decades passed, empires fell, and new nations rose. Yet the Kohinoor remained untouched, locked behind glass, untouched by time but heavy with guilt. It became a silent witness to how power changes hands, but pain always stays. The diamond has seen more rulers than any throne: mules, Persians, Afghans, Sikhs, and finally the British. Every king who touched it believed it would bring glory, but all found tragedy. Maybe Kohinoor doesn't belong to a king, it belongs to destiny. When Queen Elizabeth II wore the crown with Kohinoor, the world admired its sparkle. But in that shine, many saw centuries of pain. Every ray of light felt like a reminder of injustice hidden behind beauty. The Kohinoor teaches us something deeper, that real power doesn't shine. It humbles. Those who try to own everything often lose themselves. A diamond may reflect light, but wisdom reflects truth. For India, the diamond isn't just a stone, it's a wound that shines yet never heals. Every sparkle is a whisper from history saying, remember what was taken, but never stop believing in what can be rebuilt. Today, the world debates ownership, but maybe the real question isn't who owns Kohinoor. It's who deserves peace after centuries of greed. The stone may rest in London, but its soul still roams the East. The truth is, no glass case can imprison history. No crown can silence what people feel in their hearts. The Kohinoor might be the world's brightest jewel, but its story belongs to everyone who still believes in justice. And maybe, one day, Kohinoor will return, not as treasure, but as truth. Because the most powerful thing in history is not gold or diamonds, it's justice finding its way home. The British government continues to say it was obtained legally, a statement repeated for decades. But the truth behind those papers remains blurred by the shadows of colonialism. For many, legality without morality means nothing. The Indian Prime Minister once said, "Kohinoor is not just a jewel, it's a piece of our soul." That one sentence echoed across the world, awakening millions who had forgotten what was once theirs. Across Pakistan, too, historians claim that Kohinoor once belonged to Lahore's royal court under Maharaja Ranjit Singh. The diamond's roots are shared, just like the subcontinent's intertwined history, one story, many hearts. But beyond all politics, one truth stands tall: Kohinoor doesn't just reflect light. It reflects every tear, every dream, and every piece of history that once lived within the Indian subcontinent. Some British citizens, too, have spoken in favor of returning Kohinoor, saying that real honor comes not from keeping history's trophies, but from correcting its mistakes. That's how nations grow, not by pride, but by truth. Inside the Tower of London, tourists walk by, unaware that behind that glass lies centuries of struggle. They see beauty, they don't feel the weight of blood, betrayal, and stolen pride. That's the curse of silent history. It dazzles, but it doesn't speak. The real beauty of Kohinoor lies not in its sparkle, but in its silence, a silence that speaks louder than any crown. It's the silence of history watching, waiting, and whispering that truth always finds a way to shine again. Generations will pass, museums will change, and rulers will fade, but the story of Kohinoor will remain as a mirror for humanity, reminding us that what we take from others can never truly belong to us. Somewhere in the eyes of every child who learns about Kohinoor, a spark ignites, not of greed, but of pride and justice. They see more than a jewel. They see a story that demands to be heard again. Maybe the Kohinoor will never move again from its glass case, but its spirit already travels in books, in songs, in voices that refuse to forget. That's how history breathes through the people who keep its fire alive. When the last light in the museum turns off and silence fills the room, maybe the Kohinoor whispers to itself, "I have seen kings and slaves, I have seen glory and grief, but I still wait for justice." And perhaps that's what makes Kohinoor truly timeless, not its beauty, but its story. A story that refuses to end, that connects hearts across borders, reminding the world that history is not about possession, it's about truth. For the British, it's a crown jewel. For India and Pakistan, it's a piece of lost heritage. But for the world, it's a lesson that even the brightest treasures can carry the darkest truths. Maybe one day, when justice shines brighter than jewels, the Kohinoor will find its way home, not in a museum, but in the hearts of people who believe in fairness more than fame. And until that day comes, the Kohinoor will keep shining, not for kings, not for crowns, but as a reminder that no matter how deep the darkness, truth always finds its light again. Some say the Kohinoor carries a curse, but maybe it only reflects what it sees, the greed, the pride, the endless hunger for power that lies in human hearts. The stone never cursed anyone, humans cursed themselves. When people see it today behind glass, they see beauty. But if they listen closely, they might hear echoes of voices, of mothers, workers, kings, and thieves, all connected by one shining story. The Kohinoor has seen empires rise, nations born, and dreams broken. It has seen love, betrayal, and redemption. If it could speak, its words would rewrite history, not from a throne, but from truth itself. So, how did you like our story of the Kohinoor? I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories like this. And yes, tell us in the comments, where are you watching this video from? We love to know where our amazing viewers are joining us from around the world.